Hi guys, so I've got Ollie here today. He's going to have a little chat with me. Now, Ollie is a devoted father in a long-term happy relationship with his partner for what, 12 years now, you say? Yeah.
Yeah, 12 years now, yeah.
Recently into like a really active routine at ABC Fitness. He's actually moved on to our EBT 6-week plan that he's doing body transformations with. Had some really great traction, and then out of nowhere, Covid-19 has stuck you into lockdown. So, Ollie, how are we doing?
Yeah, I mean, I'm doing all right. I was doing all right, much better the first week of this. I mean, we were locked down for a week before everyone else was because a couple of my kids had some mild symptoms, but it turned out to be nothing, but we locked down a bit earlier. I was still going out to the gym before it all shut. And then the first week of this, I stuck to the routines and I was doing the online boot camps, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I was doing the kids' exercise sessions, extra sessions, doing all the homeschooling routines and whatnot, really feeling positive and whatnot. But yeah, I mean, the weekend came, like last weekend, and it kind of got to me a bit, this whole situation. And I sort of got a bit down because I'll be honest, I've been prone to depression and whatnot in the past, and anxiety, and it got to me a little bit, and I've sort of lost my motivation.
Yeah.
And this week I've just been sort of not really feeling it, not really in the routine, not really doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And I know what I should be doing, but I'm not doing it.
Yeah. So I'm going to turn it up, actually, mate. So, I mean, that's a massive, honest, massive bit of honesty. It's something that is actually rung true with myself as well, mate. Wednesday of this week, I had a real bad day. Managed to put my different hat on for when I was online and stuff, but I'm brutally honest with myself when I come to the interviews and stuff, because there's no point in me trying to pretend I'm not something that I'm something that I'm not. And I had a real bad day of anxiety, depression, and lost motivation on Wednesday. And to be honest, the thing that's actually pulled me out of that was a mixture of my team, my family, and you guys massively helping. So having people that I can interact with, feel like I'm not lost with. What kind of stuff have you been focusing on to pull yourself out, if anything, at this point?
Well, I've got to do the daily things, haven't I? I've got to do the getting the kids sorted out, getting them. Oh, hello! I've just got a visitor saying hello. Getting the kids together, getting their schoolwork done because they're homeschooled at the moment. And the thing is, I mean, we haven't been doing that as much this week because it wouldn't be the Easter holidays. Yeah. So I use that as an excuse to let that slip a little bit. But they actually really enjoying it. The kids, they've been enjoying the homeschooling, so I've been doing that. I've had to be getting them up, cooking for them, doing all their meals, and trying to stick to as much of a routine as I can with the kids, which helps me get through the day. Yeah, but it's myself. I'll be honest. I'm looking after them. I'm not looking after myself. I'm letting all that stuff slide. Definitely, I'm pigging out on rubbish and like chocolate and crisps and stuff like that because it's there, you know. Because I've got stuff for the kids. We've got stuff for the kids for their lunches and snacks and that. Cause we've got to provide extra.
Yeah.
But I've been sort of pigging out on all that stuff, and I've
difficult one. So
I mean, the only thing that's trying to be making me not staying. I could easily be staying in bed if it was just me. I could be staying in bed most of the day.
Yeah. So I mean, when we were in that kind of state of focus, when we was in that state of really focusing on you before this kicked off.
Yeah.
What was helping?
The motivation of physically being able to go to the gym, the boot camps, and seeing people and the people physically motivating me there and then. Like, I had because I had the 6 weeks challenge, so I had that to work towards. So I had to fulfill something, and I was working on it for the. My kids are really arguing outside the thing, so
it's all right.
They're really
perfect. That's what this is about. That's what this is about.
They're playing football right next to me. But if you hear the ball keep smashing into the shed, then that's what that is. But they're really arguing, so they're putting me off. But no, yeah, like I said, the physical, going to the gym and being motivated by other people, that was what was my major motivator, I think. And at the moment, is I feel I don't really get up, do my hair, get ready for the day because I'm not going anywhere, you know.
Yeah,
So
I feel you.
it's just horrible. It's a horrible situation. It's hard for everyone to readjust to this situation, isn't it? It's a whole new way of life for however long it's going to be. Maybe 6 months it could be now, they're saying.
Yeah, I mean, it's yeah. You hear my kids doing the same, but it is readjusting to a life that we know is not going to be long term. And I think what people are struggling with right now is the unknown of what life's going to be like when we go back. And that has been bringing me a lot of anxiety, especially when it comes to like, have I just built a business that I'm going to be giving the keys back on? Did I build up other things outside of here as well? Yeah, go on.
Yeah, I feel for you on that. I've thought about you a few times, and you're doing a great thing. You're freezing everyone's membership. You're doing all this free online stuff, but you've got a business there, and it could be closed for who knows how long. And it's really that's going to be really, really tough. I mean, I've got a couple of little jobs, but one of them they've furloughed me. But what I do mainly is I'm an artist, and I'm self-employed doing that. And I had three shows this year, like solo exhibitions that I was doing.
Yeah.
And I've been doing loads this year. I started going to the gym. I started learning to drive. I had these three solo exhibitions lined up. This year was going absolutely brilliantly until this hit, and it felt like, I mean, everyone's in the same situation. It felt to me like it was like a personal attack, because I've never, for years, I've been doing my art, like bits and bobs, doing commissions and stuff. It's never really taken off, and I had really good few opportunities, and I was doing something for myself, personal development in the gym and learning to drive, and I was doing all this stuff for the first time in years, and then suddenly it's all gone. And now I can't help thinking that it's not going to come back, and it's all gone, and it's just, that's what was playing on my mind, which took my motivation away, and it just had me thinking, oh, what if I don't get any of it back? It's all for nothing, you know?
Yeah. I can completely relate. I mean, I'd say the past 2 years, well, the past 3 years, the first year of me opening ABC, obviously I had SAS, and I still, have a vested interest in that, which is my other gym. But ABC has really come into its own in the past probably 6 to 8 months. We were looking to take on management and step the game up so much, and then suddenly out of nowhere, and honestly, and the mad thing is, like you say, you've done everything right, and some twat eats a bat. And that's the long and short of it. But the truth is, with your honesty and your if you've got the determination, mate, if you keep doing that and drilling and drilling and drilling, it will come true for you. It will work, because if it has in the past and people enjoyed it that much, then
I'm just going to tell my kid off. They're fighting out there now.
I mean, what I'm saying is, if they wanted it then, other people are gonna want it in the future. This isn't, you're not a one-trick pony or anything, mate. I think if you just keep following your passion, which you're doing, and maybe even see if you can do anything at home, if you can even just show the world of what you're doing, you've got an opportunity.
That's the thing. I've got to get motivated for that as well. I've got to do. Of course. I can draw, and I can paint indoors. I can do loads of that. I should take this opportunity to build up my portfolio. But there's so much other stuff going on here as well. I mean, because we're indoors so much, I'm sorting out the kitchen. I'm like rearranging the kitchen, doing all of the house, doing all the house up, like doing the garden. So we've got, but you look at it all and it's overwhelming. I've got nothing to do. I've got nothing to do, but I've got so much to do. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's really,
you've got so much time. You've got no time. I find that you've got so much time, you end up with no time, because. Yeah. And then I feel as well. I don't know how you are with your partner, me and my wife. I feel if I am taking time for myself, I feel an element of guilt there as well.
Yeah.
And it's in my own head that I feel like even when I'm working and I'm not helping out the kids because I'm working, I then have an element of guilt where I think, well, I should have been helping out the kids, but then we will suffer long term if we don't show up every day. So it's such a balancing act. It's such a crazy balancing act.
Yeah, definitely.
Tell me a bit more about your art. Tell me a bit more about your art. So for the guys on here that obviously don't know anything about you and stuff, you know, where can we find it? Where can we see some of the stuff that you do?
Oh, I've got a Facebook page, Ollie Grim Tate Art. I've got about 3, but the most recent was Ollie Grim Tate, artist and illustrator. And I think that's what it's called.
If you send me that, and I'll put it in the YouTube link. Yeah. So whatever stuff you want. In fact, right when we actually click off of this, we'll carry on chatting because I always chat to everyone after we've done the recording just to say how they see how the people are. Send me all those links and stuff so these guys can see a little bit of that and see where you're at. We can get a bit more exposure for you there. But more importantly,
I do commission paintings and stuff. I do like commission charcoal, pencil drawings, paintings, all sorts of stuff like that, you know. But you can see on my page, I've not really got one style. It's my stuff's kind of different to everyone else's, you know. You'll see when you have a look.
No, good. I love that. So what with the kids, what's the kind of how are they feeling right now? How are they getting on? Or how are they doing? Especially like the homeschool and stuff. Like you said, you got quite a dynamic bunch there.
Yeah, well, I've got my oldest daughter is 12 and she's in year 8. So she's been sent. I mean, they've got it all online. They've got all of their homework and all their work on an app online, and there's so much coming through daily, and they've got deadlines to it and whatnot.
Yeah.
I said to her, just do what you can. I mean, I can be quite strict with her, but my missus said, at her age especially, something to do with their frontal lobes of their brain isn't developed properly, so they're trying to comprehend what's going on, but they can't understand what's going on logically, and they might start playing up a bit more and regressing. So at her age, I need to give her a bit of slack, which is difficult.
Yeah.
But I mean, on the surface, she's coping. My other 2, Fred is 10, and he absolutely loves anything academic. He loves working. He loves maths. He loves English. He loves writing. He loves drawing. So you stick it in front of him, and he'll sit there for hours and do it all with no problem. And then he'll be out here playing football, which he is now because he loves playing football. He's a goalkeeper for his team. But yeah, so there's no problem with him at all. And my youngest one, she's got some disabilities. So she's got like she was born with a lower limb deformity, but it's developed into a complex case. It's called talipes equivarius, but it's a posh name for clubfoot. But she's almost 8 now, and it's a complex case. So whereas usually by the time they're about 1 to 2, it's usually corrected. Hers is still like it was when she was born. So she's got a tiny little foot. It's all turned inwards. She's got no bone or no muscle or nerve conduction in her leg. And she has to wear a splint, and most of the time she's in a wheelchair. But she's had 3 operations since she was born, and she's in and out of hospital with castings and all sorts. Yeah. And it's developed into childhood PTSD, so she gets really scared about things, and it really affects her mentally. She can't be left alone a lot of the time, and just little things bother her, like she sees a tiny little bit of fluff and she thinks it's a bug and she goes mad about it.
Yeah.
So that's quite difficult having her at home all the time. She's quite challenging. Yeah. You hear her screaming a bit outside a minute ago. I don't know if you could on the video. But it's just the little things happen and she starts having a meltdown.
Yeah, new challenges, right? New challenges.
But we've developed. My missus has set up a charity to help. We're a registered charity. That's what we also do that. not for a living. We do it because it's a charity. We do that because we're trying to help other families and parents and children with this kind of lower limb complications and children with mental health difficulties. So we've set up a charity, and we were really gearing up to do a lot of stuff this year as well. We had a charity football match in the pipeline where we had some celebrities coming along to do the charity football match. My team against these a celebrity team, and well, that's all gone on hold as well. And she's really worked hard, my missus, on that, and it feels like not that that's for nothing, but it's just like a step backwards because we want to help people.
Mm. I mean, moving forward from that, I mean, when this is all done, if there's anything that we can jump on board with ABC to try and build a bit more traction for you guys moving forward, especially for a charity like that, and you know, I can imagine. I can't imagine what that's like at all. But I can imagine it's very disappointing that you've managed to do so much and get so much momentum, and then, like say, some twat eats a bat, and it's all it's all gone put on hold. But as long as we can look at it as if it has been put on hold and it's not all for nothing, you know, that these people are still going to be there. They're still going to want to help. The fear of them not wanting to help is the thing that gets in our head, but they
only yesterday we had a message from a Paralympic high jumper. He was supposed to be competing in the Olympic Games in Tokyo, like coming up this year. But he's on board to help us with it, and we had a message for the charity from him, like personally, to the charity to put up on our website, which is really nice of him. But yeah, people are still on board with it. Things can't come to a stop. You know?
No, absolutely not, man. Absolutely not. And like I say, we will be there to help. You know, especially with the EBT team and the ABC team. We'll be there to help. We will get involved. We will donate. We will put up banners. You've seen what we're like when we get a bit of bee in our bonnet, especially when it comes to charity. We like to get involved. So
that's lovely.
Make sure you hold me to that.
Yeah, that's lovely of you. Yeah,
it's
brilliant. And people are still getting involved, still donating and whatnot. It's amazing how people are still thinking of other people during this time. Actually, especially at this time, people are thinking about other people a lot more. Some selfish people aren't, but they can do what they want to do.
Yeah,
that's on them.
I don't think there's any rule book right at the moment. Yeah, there's no real law book for anyone at the moment. There's some people are in survival mode. Some people are in more like a mindful position. Some people are just numb. Everyone is in a different battle right now, which is a hard one to call, right?
But it's scary for everyone, though. I think as well. Everyone's scared, aren't they?
Yeah.
No matter what front they put up, I think everyone's scared because no one knows what's going on.
No,
I am.
I'm absolutely petrified, mate. The thing that's given me strength at the moment is talking to people like you. It's talking to the people that I've met through what I do, and then some people I've never met before, but having honest conversations and people that are willing to share, to show other people that we are all in this position. We're all kind of cacking ourselves, but we're doing it in the British way, and we're trying to keep that kind of stern stiff upper lip. But I think that the honesty side of things is like a massive relief, and the fact that I know that you are feeling the way I'm feeling, and the other 10 people I've interviewed, they're saying the same stuff. It is the only one good thing I'd say. This is that we're never going to have this amount of time to focus on ourselves ever again.
You know what? I hope I don't come across too negative and everything about it all, but because I do have some positive feelings about it. It just comes in waves, you know. I have some positive feelings about it. I can get a lot of stuff done, you know, but I need to get the motivation to do it. But I know that it's good. I'm spending more time with the children. I even said to my missus, you know what? When this finishes, I might even think about homeschooling them full time. They really love it. They really like enjoying it, you know. But when it comes to it, I don't know. Yeah, when it comes to it, I think we might revisit that one.
It'd be nice to be able to do a part-time, wouldn't it? It would be nice. I mean,
Yeah.
at the moment, my wife has been so much better than me with the homeschooling. I've been more focused on getting my team sorted out. I mean, I'm still spending so much time with my kids, like so much time with my kids.
Yeah.
But
You've got
Gemma
something
has
to
got
focus
a
on.
real, just a way of, with the homeschooling. She's got a real way about her, and she's done a fantastic job. Don't get me wrong. I do probably about an hour-ish a day with them, but she's like got the structure and everything set up. She's done so well compared to me.
Yeah.
So go back to these positives. Talk to me about these waves of positivity, because now we've talked about the hard stuff. Let's talk about where we can go and mentally where you want to go. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, like I said, I want to. I know I can use this this time to better myself in a lot of ways. I can get fit. I can still get fit. I can still do the boot camps. But like I said, it's about getting up and doing it. I can do a lot more work myself from home, and improve my portfolio. I can get like I said before, I can get the garden in shape. You know, I can get the house in order, sort everything out. You know, get our lives in order. Work on ourselves personally. You know, I can work with the family and work on our relationships. Just I do feel like it's a positive. But even saying that, I mean, when I say it out loud, I think I find things in my head getting in the way. You know, like I mention it all, and I try and do it all in one go, and then I think, I want to get it all done in one go. I want to get the house done, the garden done, my work done, everything, the homeschooling done. I want to get fit. I want to get it all done in one go. So, because there's so much there to do, I don't do any of it because it's overwhelming.
When I first opened up my first gym, which was SAS Gym, I had the same overwhelming, daunting feeling as you've got right now.
Yeah.
And in truth, I had to make a list, and I had to limit myself as to what I was doing on that list. So I would have to write. Wait a second. What's wrong? She's after this. So I'm actually using the kids' playroom as an office right now. So I had to make a list of things I wanted to do, and I was only allowed to do 2 things on that list a day.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
And I was only allowed to, and then I forced myself to go home or to rest. And the reason for that was because I was looking at the jobs that needed doing, which there were 100 jobs on that list. Okay. And I was finding myself, as I was doing one job, putting that paintbrush down and turning that and fixing that, and then realising that. Do you see what I mean?
Exactly. You start doing them all at once, and then nothing gets done. And eventually, I sort of just give up and don't even start any because I think there's too much there. It's never going to get done. I know what you mean. Yeah. Definitely. And even when it comes to things like sorting out the kitchen cupboards, I should say, all right, I'll do those 2 kitchen cupboards now, and then I'll leave it. Because if I look at the whole lot and I think, there's too many there, I'll never get it. You know?
Yeah. You've seen the gym, haven't you, mate? It's honestly, it's exactly the same. And I'm lucky enough at the moment is that I do get to delegate some of those tasks, and the team are very much they're very much buckles and braces when they do their tasks as well. So I know they get done properly. So if I say to Damon, I want you to go under the stairs, I want you to sort that cupboard out, and I want you to sort that cupboard out, he will only do those 2. He won't do anything else. He'll just do those 2 things, not because he's being pedantic or because he's being a pain. It's because he knows what happens if we all get distracted. And all my team are the same, and I am now the same with that. I have to make sure if I choose to do that job, that has to be done. If not, there'll be 50 jobs started and 50 jobs never finished.
You know what? I'll transfer that over to my my art. I've got about 5 or 6 paintings, all started and all unfinished at various different stages of like, because I'll start one and I'll get halfway through it or almost finish it, and I'll start another one because I'm finding it difficult. That's a certain piece of it. So I've got 5 or 6 unfinished, and I've done that the whole time ever since I've been doing art, you know. But unless I've got to work to a deadline, and then even then I'll leave it to the last minute to finish it. So I need to start. My missus has always told me that when you start a bit of art, finish it before you go on to the next one. Before you start the next one.
Yeah, yeah. It's definitely, well, especially when it comes to something like that, that is a mentally evolving project. That must be quite hard to do, because I can imagine it when it comes to doing a piece or doing a big project. You probably give yourself more inspiration whilst doing it, and think, oh, I could do that, and then you want to go and do that. And
and I get to a bit which is boring. I get to a part which I'm not enjoying, and I want to start another one because I've got a really good idea for another bit of art. And this one's tedious, so I'll go and start another one. Or I've got loads of ideas at once, so I'll start them all at once and never get any of them finished, like we were just saying.
I think for now, it might be worth making that list. The good thing is the kids can help with a lot of that stuff as well. So where was you? Like, think about last week, because last week you were in a different world. So what can we do about this week to bring you back to the same as last week mentally?
Don't know. Open the gym again. Get rid of coronavirus.
That'd be nice.
I don't know. I've got to make sure I make myself get up, like preferably before the kids.
Set an alarm, man. Set an alarm.
Yeah. It's easy, isn't it? But get up, get myself going, have something to eat, have a drink of like water, coffee, whatever, and then I'm ready to get them ready, and then ready for the live boot camps at 9:30 and get them done, and make sure I get them done. And I need to just stick to it. And I need someone. Yeah, I think whoever's well, no, I mean, for someone to make sure I'm online, but that's been babysit. I've got to be accountable to myself, haven't I?
We'll call you out. I'll call you out. I don't mind doing that. We'll call everyone out.
So Ollie, make sure you're online. Are you online?
We'll put up a post this week, and we'll say, you guys that need calling out, and we'll get you all listed down. And then for the rest of lockdown, I'll just put a list on the computer, and it'll be like Ollie, Charlotte, Terry, and I'll just pump all the way down, and I'll just keep going on until everyone's done.
That will help, because
I actually called you out on Wednesday. I called you out on Wednesday.
See, it'll kind of embarrass me if I look at the video back and then you've been like, Ollie, you're online, and I don't answer anything. That's embarrassing. So I'll make sure I'm there, you know.
Yeah, I did. I gave you a little call out. Nothing bad. I was like, Ollie, mate, where are you today? That's all I said. So it doesn't matter. It's nothing. I'm always about motivation and positivity. I'm a true believer that negativity breeds negativity, positivity breeds positivity. And one of the things I would say, especially for social media, Ollie, is go through your feed, and anything that is that red X, anyone that's been a negative Nancy, you know, either snooze or unfollow. If you can,
definitely.
If they're really bad, delete. If they're just bad energy, delete, unfollow, and that way I then start liking, engaging with positive stuff on all my social media. I try not to be on it too often, although for work I find myself being glued to my phone, but I only follow positive stuff, and that means whenever I open up my phone, I know that I've got positivity on there, and I've eradicated negativity, man, because it's no good. It's no let the negative people go and let the positive people in.
It's kind of the reason I said I'd sit here and do this now, is because it's kind of a positive thing to push me out of my comfort zone again, like when I started the boot camps in the first place. Yeah. I wasn't exactly like thrilled to be sitting here talking like this, but like anxiety and whatnot, you know, it tells me, oh no, don't do it. But to push myself to do it is something positive, to get motivated again.
Mate, well, you've absolutely smashed through it, and you've done a good job, and probably one of the most honest honest episode that we're going to probably do. It's actually brought a lot more honesty out of myself as well. But I think people think that the trainers are like made of stone. They think that we are, like that we just get up, we train, we don't really care about anything. It's all cool, and we don't really worry, and we don't sweat, and we can lift anything. And it's the opposite. We have the same insecurities as you guys, if not more. We have the same stuff going through our head, and it's great that you've shared that with us today. Any take homes that you've got so far in isolation? Think about the butterflies, happiness, and rainbows right now. What out there, or what experiences have you had that you thought, you know what, that's been amazing?
Yeah.
What would you say is that?
My kids painted the front of the house. All didn't paint it. They chalked the front of our house in a massive rainbow, like all the bricks.
Yeah.
Since it happened, you know how kids have been putting rainbows in their windows. They well, my missus get them to do it, and they chalked a huge rainbow across the front of the house, and people keep stopping and taking pictures of it and that. And I think that's really, it's a nice positive thing that they've done.
That's amazing, man. I'd like to see that. Send us a picture. Put a picture in the group, in the ABC group.
Yeah, we'll do. We'll do.
Oh, man, I think like you said, I really from what you said earlier about you spending time with your kids and almost to the point where you want to homeschool them yourself. I think that is, you're never going to get to do this again. And
no.
I think that if we all could appreciate our kids a bit more, and like you said, just be like, I'm spending all day with my family, and normally we only get the weekends for this. I think that is that's a huge take home for anyone over there. And anyone
don't get me wrong, they're doing my editing.
Yeah, gotcha.
But I'm not like I'm not a perfect dad, like taking it easy all the time with them, and it's all lovely. They're doing my bloody editing, but it's fine because they're here. If I was on my own, I'd be in trouble.
Yeah, it'd be a nightmare. Well, look, man, I cannot wait until these bloody restrictions are lifted. I can't wait to do a boot camp with you again. All right.
Yeah, me too.
I don't think I'm going to be doing my usual level of burpees or rowing like I can normally, but I look forward to doing a bit of lifting with you. And don't worry, mate, we're all going to be in the same boat when we start again. Oh.
Yeah, can't wait.
I think I'm drinking about a bottle of wine a night at the moment. So.
I know that's one thing I don't do. I don't drink at all. So. No, that's one thing that if I was still drinking, then I'd be in big trouble now. Fuck no.
Yeah. No, mate, you're doing the right thing. You're doing the right thing. So look, Ollie, mate, that's been absolutely great. I'm going to stop the recording now, but we're going to carry on having a little chat afterwards. Thank you so much for sharing with everybody and showing a true, honest account of, us guys. We're not made of stone. Okay, so we are still battling this as well.
Yeah. I'm not going to come on here and lie, so there's no point otherwise, is there?
No, mate. Honestly, thank you so much for your time. And to you guys as well, if you're watching, if anything has resonated with you here and you need a bit of advice, please comment below. Either myself or someone more qualified than me will get in touch. If there are other things that we can help with, please let us know. Or if you do want an interview, please do comment below and I will get in touch. Also, you can contact me on our Facebook page, our Instagram page. Just look for the ABC Fitness sign, A.B.C Fitness, Gym on Facebook, or Advanced Body Conditioning on Instagram. Okay. We do have a Twitter as well, but you're gonna have to Google that because I can't remember the name. So thank you very much, guys, and we'll see you soon. Look at the doggy. See ya.